What an inspiring way to begin. Good morning, everyone. I'm Louise Mitchell, Chief Executive of Bristol Music Trust. I'm standing here in an empty concert hall foyer with Bristol's Mayor, Marvin Rees. Not quite what we expected in 2017 when we publicly announced the decision that we'd be changing the name of Colston Hall. So very much has happened since then, right across the world and right here on our doorstep in Bristol. But before we start talking about naming, I'd like to have a moment to recognise the devastating challenges that the arts and culture sector faces as a result of this global pandemic. Locally to us in Bristol, we have many friends, colleagues and partner organisations who are announcing major redundancies, an emergency that is repeated in concert halls, theatres and galleries throughout the world. We're so very grateful to Arts Council England for all they have done to secure the government funding that has offered a lifeline to many arts companies and to the many other generous individuals and organisations who've pledged support to keep performance alive. We can only hope that it will be enough. We will keep fighting for the arts, and I pledge solidarity on behalf of myself, our team and trustees with those colleagues, friends and partners who are battling through this storm. We can never underestimate the power and the value of the arts and of culture. This space is filled with the echoes of music, and that's why I'm standing here today, making an announcement that looks to the future with hope. Music and performance have been taking place here for more than 150 years, entertaining more than 300,000 people a year. The power of music has moved audiences, inspired our children, showcased a never-ending stream of diverse talent and genres of music, and brought unity and joy to roomfuls of people. Live music triumphantly played out in this concert hall by world-class musicians has soothed souls and exemplified hope and togetherness. If you're watching this announcement as we stream it live via our website, and particularly if you live far away from Bristol, you may not be aware that the hall is currently undergoing a major redevelopment. We closed the doors in the summer of 2018 to begin a multi-million-pound transformation that will see Bristol's beloved music centre transformed into a world-class venue, a magnificent space for all to enjoy. It's one of the most ambitious arts regeneration projects in the UK and will see the creation of 3 new performance spaces and the opening up of our cellars to create a vibrant music education centre, ready to deliver music tuition and industry support for even more young people. When we reopen, we will enjoy one of the best, most accessible and sustainable performance venues in Europe. As custodians of this amazing building, we at Bristol Music Trust take our role and responsibility very seriously. And a key part of this is the decision that we took back in 2017 to change the name of Colston Hall. We've long been at the centre of discussion in the city around the use of the name Colston, and we were the first organisation to announce our intention to move away from this association. We have embraced our position in helping to lead conversations on this issue. Since we announced this intention, it's fair to say that it has been quite a rough ride. Not everyone agreed with the decision to change. We were accused of seeking to erase and censor history. We were told that we were wrong to use the morals of today to judge the actions of the past. It's an issue that continues to provoke strong views on every side. The truth is, the organisation and the city can't continue to be held back by this historic association. The name has meant that the building is a place where some have felt unwelcome or that they did not belong, be they artists or audiences. And very simply, if we can't be for everyone, something has to change. There was no Colston money put into the building or into the founding of Colston Hall. For us, our audiences, artists, and for our city, this name change is a chance to be free to write our own inclusive narrative, one that puts the unity and joy of live music at the heart of what we do. We've been guided by the need to face up, open up, and to listen. We've spent the last couple of years listening to people right across the city. This has involved audiences, partners, and communities from all across Bristol. We've had over 4,000 conversations about a vision for the new venue and people's thoughts about the name. It was important to make sure that the new name would come directly from the hearts and voices of our city. It's been an empowering and thoughtful process. We've all learnt a great deal during this journey, and I'm personally very proud of the result. Bristol Music Trust has a duty to make sure we're being truly inclusive, giving access to all kinds of music to all kinds of people. And that's what the new name needs to mean. It needs to represent music in the city. It needs to feel inspiring. And most importantly, it needs to be for everybody. The events of this summer, including the toppling of Colston's statue, just a stone's throw away from us in the centre of Bristol, has brought the issue into sharp focus. As Bristol historian David Olusoga said just a few weeks ago in his speech to the Edinburgh TV Festival, Black Lives Matter has transformed debates about race more profoundly than any phenomenon I have known in my lifetime. And it is a movement with a simple message. Silence, inaction, or ineffective action is not neutrality, it is complicity. It is now time. Marvin.
Thanks, Louise. And it is an incredible day to be here, actually. And as you said, it does feel odd not to have the hall filled with people, to be here with us to share in the occasion. But nonetheless, obviously, people are able to watch us, and the conversation will still be live after today anyway, no doubt. So I just want to start by thanking you and Bristol Music Trust. Everyone that's worked with you. I know this is, as you said, we go back to our earliest conversations. It's been an incredible journey. You've taken the organisation on and this building. And not only that, I'm sure that for you personally, it's been a very profound journey too, just in your own resilience even, coming and facing it up every day. And it just struck me as I thought about the physical restoration of this building, the physical renewal, that we have, the complementary parts here. We have that physical renewal of the Colston Hall, or formerly known as Colston Hall, going on at the moment. And in this naming process now, we have almost the renewal of the soul of the building and the renewal of what the building actually means within Bristol. And the two things going together is a very potent combination for the wider city, because it is such a powerful building at the centre of our city. I think the process you described of engaging with so many thousands of people across the city is one that we both welcome, has been so important. We've stated so many times just how important it is for us to build a city that is for everyone. And that means that for those people who are elated that Colston's name is being removed from certain places within the city, feel included. Those who are indifferent to that feel included, and those who are dismayed at the loss of the name because they feel some kind of an attachment to it, because they feel that there is something in Colston that embodies the city of Bristol, that they feel included. And that inclusion has to come from a process in which people were respected. So even if people don't get what they want, or even get what they didn't want, they know that there was an inclusive, a just, and a fair process to get to the position we ended up. And that's the best thing we can hope for in a democracy in which, by definition, people want different things. So the justice and integrity of that process is important, and I thank you for all you've done to oversee it. I really welcome the vision for this building as well. It is to be a global venue for global superstars, national stars as well, but your absolute commitment to root it in our communities and to begin to tackle those challenges that we've set out so many times about inequality within Bristol, social immobility, inequality in life chances, and the need to deliver that inclusive, more just city. And remembering this is against a backdrop in which 25% of our children are in income-deprived households, and we expect through COVID that those people closest to the margins of our society will pay the biggest price for the economic downturn that's coming, and they will be least well placed to benefit from any uptick on the other side and benefit from programs. So by definition, what we will see over the coming months, probably years, is a forces driving greater inequality in Bristol and across the UK more widely. So it's really important that iconic venues like this play their part in helping us to work against those broader economic forces that threaten to undermine our communities. And also the role of this building within our broader cultural offering, as you said, Louise. You know, we recognise the hit to the cultural sector, the nighttime economy that's going on now. We'll work with you and with the city to try and support our creatives and all our cultural venues. We'll work with government as well, but there's no easy way out of this. It's going to be harm minimisation. But my hope is that the renewal of this building, the physical and the soul renewal, as it were, and our commitment will be a really positive contribution to the city's future. So thanks for everything you've done.
Thank you, Maurice. The name is important, a symbol of all we stand for. But today, Bristol Music Trust is making a commitment to doing more than just changing a name and transforming a building. We've worked as a team to develop a transformation promise which outlines the next stage of our journey to become more inclusive for colleagues, artists, and for audiences. I'm proud to announce a major programme of community-led activity to lead up to the reopening of our new venue for Bristol. This work is funded by a £400,000 investment from the Paul Hamlyn Foundation. It's very exciting to have reached this moment and to share it live across the world. It feels like a pivotal moment, a moment of hope and of light, a reminder of the power of music to break down barriers, cross boundaries, and create unity and joy. We don't yet have a new logo or visual identity, but deliberately and consciously a name waiting to be brought to life, collaboratively and inclusively. It needs to be co-created So we've started work with local young creative artists through Rising Arts Agency to design a visual identity that reflects the diversity of our city. There'll be lots more detail on our website and social media channels today, as well as a whole host of specially curated content and videos. So please do take a look at those. Music and poetry always say things better. So it's time to hand over to a specially written poem by Bristol's city poet, Vanessa Kusule, brought to life by a number of Bristol voices.
Bristol, that brick and that car and that house.
And that streetlight strobing concrete slabs to restless disco.
A beacon, bright, blink twice.
Look up, out and over.
New lick of paint.
Rhythm switch, cymbal shimmers and bubbling riff.
Bristol, chaos chrysalis curled like a treble clef.
Familiar.
Mysterious.
That song kept under your tongue like a sugar lump.
A beacon, the first gig that took you by the collar.
How the light and the bass boiled over its thin lid.
Everyone sharing a heartbeat.
Bristol, obvious and elusive, myth and mundane.
Surviving the strange, emerging shed of shame and sonorous.
A beacon, you.
And you.
And you.
And especially you.
Constant tapper of tables and kneecaps.
Come bless this place with graceless noise.
Bristol, our home, because of, in spite of,
in light of,
Enthralled to,
In time with,
In debt to every single one of you.
a beacon, wink of prism, trill of ivory.
2 drumsticks in a kid's hands.
Galaxies exhaling with an arc of an arm.
Drum roll.
Held breath.
New name.
Bristol, beacon.
It's time.
We welcome you all to Bristol Beacon, a symbol of hope and community, a focal point for music in the city, a gathering space, illuminating the way ahead, a place of welcome, warmth, and light, an open invitation for everyone to come and share the joy of live music. Thank you.
The hall has always been at the heart of the city. It's been a meeting place, it's been a place for debate, it's been a place for making history.
It is an amazing venue which has produced some incredible shows with all the emotions that go with outstanding live music.
It's massively exciting as well as hugely important that our beloved hall, our premium hall in Bristol, our kind of catalyst for live entertainment, gets the new name that it has so long deserved. It's such a symbol of hope and optimism and sense of possibility.
What the Trust and the Hall does inspires young people. There's no point in us doing that if we then have a culture or a brand or something which actually alienates them.
The old name was deeply controversial. Now's the time to put all that behind us and to make amazing music in a hall that brings everybody in the community to feel part of the new hall.
So I think it's really important with the transformation that we look at what we're really doing, and it's all about the music. It's all about bringing live music to as many people as we can, and I think a new name and the transformation will enable that to happen.
Announcing this new name today makes me feel incredibly proud, not just as someone that works for Bristol Music Trust, but also as a Bristolian and as a musician.
Music brings people together, it also creates discussion, it also creates collaboration. And at a moment like this, it just feels really energising that Bristol Music Trust has made the decision to change the name. And I think for the communities of Bristol musicians, it's going to take it to another level.
The amount of work that's gone into the engagement around finding a new name, engaging with different communities, with young people at school, etc., etc. My hope is that that really marks a point at which the hall opens up. You know, imagine throwing the doors open and welcoming people from all sorts of backgrounds and communities.
We had a lot of long, hard debate about what the name might be, but Beacon was chosen because it reflects the light shining on something that is going to be outstanding. It's a way of drawing people into the new hall to tell them that there's going to be something really worth coming to see in this wonderful new venue.
I've been here a long time. I've worked here for 20 years and I came here as a kid, saw my first concert here. So I feel like very connected with the hall and its history. And so to be part of the new history and to be involved in the transformation and the new name, I find that really exciting. I'm really looking forward to it.
I feel it's going to give us the opportunity to provide more of these transformational experiences to young people all across the city, but not just young people, anyone that lives here. I hope that it will mean that they feel welcome to come here and that they can have more of these experiences that I've been lucky enough to have at the hall.
We've been starved of live music here in this hall for the last 2 years, and there's such joy and emotion and unity that comes from an audience standing at one at the end of a concert, that getting that feel back into myself and back into the city is something we're all very much looking forward to.
If we think to the future and what we want it to be and how we want future generations to come to the hall, it's important for that reason also, that we are open and welcoming, but also recognising, not being afraid of our past and our history, but recognising the need for change and progress.